Howdy, my name is Vashtalos, and I'm excited to share with you my leveling plans for 3.23 Path of Exiles' upcoming expansion, Affliction League. Just a quick side note before we begin, I am completely overwhelmed by the amount of new content in front of us this expansion, but beyond excited, I'm going to do my best to absorb as much information as I possibly can. But I mean, come on, man, you get a new ascendancy on top of your already existing ascendancy. Suddenly, the meme from Pimp My Ride is alive and well within raid class. Yo, dog, I heard you like ascendancies, so we put an ascendancy inside your ascendancy so you can ascendancy while you ascendancy. So the Wildwood ascendancy that spoke to me the most was the one that lets you use war cries to force additional items from already dead monsters. This reminds me a lot of Item Find Barbarian, if you're familiar with Diablo 2 at all, and I plan on leveling this as a bleed duelist until I can make that swap over towards a war cry skill such as Corrupting Cry or General's Cry. And I'm going to use those interchangeably. I know General's Cry is an enabler for Corrupting Cry, but if I can't really get that dot situation to feel good, then I'll maybe fall back on General's Cry. And if neither can work, then I've decided that I will fall back on either a Brand Inquisitor or a Brand Hierophant. Haven't really decided on that yet. But I just wanted to let you know, you should have a backup as well. This is a work-in-progress experimental league starter, and I don't want you to have a bad time, but I do want you to experiment and feel like, you know, the game isn't completely solved. Anyways, Split Arrow will be our main skill before swapping, and we plan on accentuating that single target damage with Puncture, War Banner, Corrupting Fever, Sniper's Mark, and some auras in tandem. I did not come up with all of this information myself. I have pulled information from 3 content creators in specific. That would be Zizaran, Steelmage, and Cyclopsided. For Zizaran and Steelmage, they have exhaustive information when it comes to guides. I highly recommend, if you're curious about anything after leveling in the early game and transitioning in Act 4, go and check out their videos, because chances are they're going to have the information you're looking for. And the third content creator that I've pulled information from is Cyclopsided. Maybe not as well known, but I think this is equally important to highlight, seeing as how Cyclopsided is basically the first result on YouTube when it comes to Corrupting Cry leveling content. So go and give him a like, a subscribe, or a comment if you can. And I will also leave the video from Cyclopsided that shows you how to make the swap in Act 4 towards Corrupting Cry. And they make it look very easy, so go and check that video out. It'll be in the description down below. Okay, so before I show you some edited footage of exactly what I plan on doing for League Start tomorrow, I'd like to go over some of the things I'm going to be leaving down below in the description. First and foremost, that would be the path of building. And yeah, there's going to be a leveling plan item set. I don't care if I have, you know, warnings such as dexterity requirement or intelligence requirement. I don't care about resistances not displaying nicely or not having suppression cap. I'm not worried about these things early on. I'm just, you know, concerned about picking the skills that I want to use early on, and I'm going to be able to solve defenses one way or another. It's really not that hard. So yeah, as for a swap, you should have Eternal Apple on your mind. Cyclopsided brought this up, and he makes a really good point. That is a lot of Warcry cooldown recovery rate, and it's probably going to make things feel really good. So keep an eye out for one of those, and it's also apparently really cheap early on. As for the passive tree, I've got you 3 passive trees. There's a leveling tree to highlight exactly where you want to be and when. And then there's the swap tree, so you know what to take out and put back over somewhere else. And then there's a late game progression, so you know where to go once you've made your way outside of the campaign. The other things I would like to include in the description would be the videos from those content creators. If you are concerned about how to make that swap away from being a bleed duelist and towards a Corrupting Cry champion, check out Cyclopsided. It's going to be down below in the description. If you have any concerns about late game Corrupting Cry champion, I'm going to leave a video from Zizaran and Steelmage respectively as well. That about does it for me, guys. I'm going to let you go ahead and check out the footage of my early game plans for, you know, basically Act 1. You don't need to see Act 2 or 3 because it's just going to be the same skill until we make that swap. Don't forget to kill all bandits. That is in the POB as well. And I hope you're excited, guys. I'll see you tomorrow. Peace.
Swift and silent you stole the bounty of others. A crow that plunders our crops. A stray dog that slaughters our sheep. Ariath is a land of men, not animals. Think on that, Ranger, when Rayclass shows you how to truly live like an animal.
I've not seen a wilderness like this before. There'll be some dark days ahead. Sign.
You finally got the big end.
I've seen you before. Lion Eyes. Take care.
Fine work. Farewell.
What little help I can. While we live, we are blessed.
You were born to be swift and strong. What did you do with your gifts, Duelist? You squandered them on self-indulgence. Sin has led you here, your path inked in the blood of gratuitous murder. You have betrayed the Grand Arena. Now Rayclass shall be your audience, and your foe.
Even the dead rise to challenge me here. It's nice not to be dead yet.
You got the big bastard.
Now there's Lion. Farewell.
Fine work with... Farewell.
Freeze! Freeze!
I'd almost stopped. Farewell.
A datto!
What little help I... Farewell. Yes? Take care.
Stay sharp out there.
Hello.
Welcome. Stay sharp out there. Welcome. Farewell.
Skill beats size every time.
Take care.
I've traveled. Farewell.
At last, I have saved